brandish the Elden Ring. For all of us.
Hello friends, welcome to another Game Informer video. I am Alex Stadnick, and I don't matter in this case because we're talking about Elden Ring, and there's only one person on the GI staff I want to talk about Elden Ring with, and that is Dan freaking Tack. Hello, sir.
Hey, it's great to be here, Alex.
I am so happy to have you because you got to see some more Elden Ring, which is a sentence I didn't think possible at a time.
I did. So let's break it down here real quick. The little housekeeping first.
Yeah.
I did get to see approximately 15 minutes of brand new gameplay of Elden Ring. Sadly, we can't show you any of that gameplay, but I did get to see it, so I have stuff I can talk about. We also got to ask like 1 to 2 questions from the development team. So it was a really sort of brief session, but it is new stuff and it is relevant stuff. There are a bunch of articles up on the site that also will dig deeper into this, but I figured what we could do is take a look at this old E3 trailer, right? But with a new lens, because now we know a lot more.
Yeah, and just so we hit the highlights, we haven't gone hands-on, but these are our impressions of what we've been told. We are playing back the trailer, and I am doing, if y'all have seen some of the Halo videos we've done in the past and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer, I am controlling like pause, start, rewind from my end. So if don't adjust your television set, that's on purpose. So Tack,
I like it.
Where do you want to start? We can keep the
right
trailer
here. Go
going.
go about 3 frames ahead and we'll start.
Okay. This guy?
Yeah, check this out. This right here is the Spirit Steed. We all know you get a mount in this game, right? But we got to get a little bit more. So you can, we got to see some of this open world stuff, like, you know, in real time, not just little cuts, but actual gameplay. It looks fantastic. It's super fast.
Ooh.
And we're going to see a jump pad coming up here. I know there's this one scene. There's a famous scene where it scales the wall, you know, just goes right up the mountainside. Those sort of like pads are located around the world. We can stop right here. Check this out.
Okay, the big guys.
This thing right here, yeah, this caravan.
Yeah. This
is a big open world mechanic. They hold treasures, and they will often like roam around the world and they'll actually stop places. Now, when they stop, they'll fan out and guard the caravan. There's treasure in there. You want to get that treasure. So what you can do, you find yourself a vantage point, maybe using the Spirit Steed to get like some verticality, scope it out, and then you can like take out guards one by one with traditional like sort of Sekiro kind of stuff going on.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
For night to fall, use sleep darts on the guards and take them out one by one. I mean, or you can just charge the caravan and try to get the treasure, but trust me, that ain't going to work out very well.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
They're really encouraging. One thing I definitely noticed in the 15-minute clip of like full action, that they're encouraging, like they've got aspects of all of their other RPGs in this game, from the Souls games to Bloodborne to Sekiro. And so from Sekiro specifically, we do have like stealth, and they sort of changed the Dark Souls stagger into the Sekiro stance break. So you can shatter somebody's stance and then sort of take him out with a crit.
Oh,
it's not a one shot like Sekiro, right? But it's going to be a ton of damage, like the Bloodborne Visceral Strike.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, there's so much going on here in such a short time. You know, you can tell a lot about a game in 15 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Right there, this is the first dungeon right here. This is called Stormvale Castle, and it is very much an introductory, what they're calling a legacy dungeon. Now, these legacy dungeons are like the core curated Dark Souls dungeon experiences that everybody knows and loves. They're not part of the open world. You can't ride your horse in them, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So these are like, if you remember going through a level in Demon Souls or Dark Souls or something, that's what these are.
Okay.
Right? Fog gates, bosses, the whole deal. Outside, you're not going to have that. You're still going to have bosses and stuff, but you're not going to have, here comes the fog gate, here's the boss, here's the checkpoint, here's the, you know, all that stuff. Oh boy, look at this.
Oh, baby.
More on that later. Right here.
Okay.
Not to fight. Melina right here. This is Melina. Okay. This is character. It's called Melina. I don't know how to spell it.
Okay. I wouldn't ask you to, frankly.
But this character is the one that you can actually call to at your checkpoints and in your major hub. Yes, there is a major hub in this game, similar to the Firelink Shrine, Majula, all those other kind of areas. But you can call her to any bonfire, and the bonfires in this game are called something different. They are called. Man, I've written it like 3 times today. They have a weird name.
Okay. If you remember, we can come back to it. So, I guess my question quickly to you, Sir Tack, is can you do these open world sections at your leisure, or do they kind of gate it in a way where it's like if you go into this wrong place, you're fighting this boss that you're going to be absolutely overpowered by very quickly?
So, what was indicated is that you will not be able to go to the final dungeon immediately, like you could in like Breath of the Wild, but. You do have a vast amount of freedom in the world, and yeah, if we go back here, like, Melina can appear at any site of Lost Grace, and most of them, that's what they're called. That's basically a bonfire. They're called sites of Lost Grace.
Okay.
That right there, those are all over the world to help you get like verticality in different areas. Like you'll see these little swirling, jump pads, whatever you want to call them. For I'm sure they're not actually called that in world, but that's what they are, right?
Yeah.
And then they will let you maneuver very quickly.
Cool.
And I also want to say something else about this right now. Unlike the other games where you can fast travel from bonfire to bonfire, in this game, you have fast travel wherever you are, unless you're in a dungeon.
Oh, wow.
Unless you're in one of those legacy dungeons. Like if I am just wandering the world map and be like, hey, I want to go back to that other bonfire, I can. Just pop up on the map, click it, and go.
Okay.
Okay, hold up. We got way too much happening. I'm still catching up on the map stuff, all right?
Yeah.
And that's another big mechanic that's coming up here that I want to talk about. So with the map stuff, you can find map fragments out in the world, okay? And these will identify really important points of interest on your map for you, because it's a very big map, and you can put your own stuff down on there. And as you find these map fragments around the world, they will help you identify points of interest. Maybe they'll take you to a new area and a new boss. If you're out in the field and you kill a field boss, you'll get a new checkpoint, a site of Lost Grace, that you can call in your Emerald Herald, Melina, to level you up, change out your skills. Something very important here in this game is that your skills are not tied to weapons like they have been in other games. So you could take a skill that would be traditionally associated with one weapon and use it on a different weapon, which I think is really wild. I have no idea how it's going to play out, but you're going to be able to swap around your skills and stuff at these bonfires as well. So anyway, not bonfires, Site of Lost Grace.
Site of Lost Grace, yes.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
Different game. All right, let's move on gently here before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So this, a big new thing. Players are always asking about like elements that can help them in fights and stuff. This is summoning spirits. This is a new element in this game where you can summon all kinds of different things. I didn't get to see much. Like these are humanoids.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of troll summons, like trolls and orcs and goblins.
Oh wow.
And what these do, they act as NPC summons. They can take the attention of a boss away from you. They can help out in big fights. In these open areas, you might be fighting a lot of monsters at once, and I know a lot of players hated that in Dark Souls 2, where you get mobbed by like 10 different things at once, and that's just overwhelming in the soul sense. So these summons can help even the odds when you're fighting giant things or tons of things or bosses.
Wow.
And you're apparently going to be able to get a big variety of these, and they are upgradable and they are level upable. We don't know the mechanics behind that, but this is a big major mechanic. And like stealth and calling in friends, these can help even the odds when the odds seem impossible.
Very quickly. Okay. As a non-Souls person, I like the sound of that for sure. Can you summon, more important question, can you summon Simba like in Kingdom Hearts?
I certainly hope so.
I hope so too.
I didn't see any lion summons though.
No.
I will say this, you can have up to 2 other co-op players in your game with you.
Okay.
You can't mount with other players in the game, though. So
interesting. So even if y'all are exploring the open world together, you are just cruising, you're walking?
Yep, you're walking. And that's okay. Walking's pretty fast. But no mounting while other people are in the game, apparently.
Okay, interesting.
We have seen a couple of these dragons. We got to see another one, but it was a very traditional Dark Souls dragon fight, the one we saw. Not like this one here in this trailer.
This one's wild.
Where they're throwing lightning.
Yeah.
Like traditionally, lightning is the thing that the dragons are afraid of. Lightning is the weakness of dragons in Souls. Obviously, this isn't a Souls game, but let's face it, it totally is.
It's a Souls game.
And yeah, it absolutely is. And the more I see of this game, the more of that, I more I believe of that. But I also know that they've included mechanics from their other games in it too. This is like the culmination of all of their ARPGs in one thing with an open world, and it looks fantastic.
That's wild. I'm so happy to hear that.
I want people to be able to see what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm using words to tell things today.
Telling your tale.
Indeed, as we go through this.
Yeah. All right, go back or go forward a little bit here.
Some big bosses here that we didn't get to see.
Which is fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to see them all, and I hope that a lot of stuff is kept. this guy we did get to see.
Okay.
This guy right here is the boss of the first, again, what is called a legacy dungeon, which means like a core Dark Souls dungeon kind of experience, right? The ones we all know and love. Not open world. There's a fog gate. There's very clear checkpoints and very, you know, classic Miyazaki level design, looping levels, elevators, jump off points, you know, various probably checkpoints within the level and different decisions to make with NPCs within this house.
Okay.
And you can't like fast travel in here. These are going to be gated off.
Yeah, so they very much are speaking to the traditional fans of the series. So what else? What other big highlights do you think we want to hit here?
Oh God, there's so much. Again, hit up the website for like to dial into detail on all these things. I think we covered a lot of the major stuff here. This boss right here, I think we saw a transformation in his fight where he brings out one of the. So he starts off with like a bunch of axes in his arms, right? He's swinging at you, he's jumping at you, he's smashing the ground. Everything that you come to know and love from a Dark Souls boss fight.
Of course.
But then, of course, there's a point in the fight where one of his arms turns into a dragon, which we get to see at the very end of this clip. Jumping attacks are a thing.
Oh,
that's a thing. Yeah, okay. A big thing. And I think that helps stagger or stance break opponents. There we go.
Oh God.
So his right hand becomes a dragon. He can grab you with that. He can breathe fire with that arm. He can also grab you with it and throw you around. These are all very traditional boss fight Souls things that just looked really fluid and awesome in the play session we saw. Again, we can see a lot of very little things in this clip that clip together, right? But seeing a raw block of action was really did a lot to raise my optimism for this. Not that I hadn't, not that I needed any for this game, but seeing it come together in a real 15-minute block instead of just like a clip, hype.
Yeah.
It was very fluid and very cool. And seeing some of the new stuff in play, I can't wait to actually play this game for realsies. I do hope we get like a demo or something before, like a multiplayer demo as we had with Dark Souls 3 or something before the game comes out. If we don't, that's fine too. But
life goes on. Yeah.
I would love to see how some of these mechanics play out. And I think From is really good at giving players a taste of the action before the game comes out, sort of just to like make sure all the netcode's working and everything like that. Without giving anything away. Like with Bloodborne, nobody knew what the second half of that game looked like before it came out. So I fully believe that there's going to be tons of secrets in this that we don't have any idea about right now. And the game on its face, I think this has the potential to be the best FromSoftware game yet.
Wow.
And for me to say that with Bloodborne already existing is somewhat dangerous and scary to me, but I'm here for it.
But also, I think that's important because you don't go around throwing phrases that you like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't.
No, like that should mean something to everyone watching. Like Dan Tack is our Souls guy at Game Informer, and that is high praise. So obviously we still have to get our hands on it. We went hands off, but we saw it, and that's the best possible report I could have imagined from this. So
yeah, I would say that I try to be pretty conservative with my hype trains, but like whatever, choo, let's go.
All right, the level 3 hype train, baby. We're getting those exclusive emojis.
That's right.
Let's go. Love
Cat
it.
Jam.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Long Johnson, Dan Tack. Any parting thoughts? I think we did a good job here.
Yeah, I think we talked about a lot of this, and hey, I put up a bunch of articles today about this exact topic. If you want to get more granular into this whole thing.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. So go over to GameInformer.com, check that out. We got plenty of great stuff for you over there. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.